Welcome to part 2 of Epic Universe Food. I made a video on all of the food that was announced from Universal Orlando coming to Epic Universe this year, but later that day I was looking on the site and a few more menus popped up. I screenshot them because I screenshot everything, but they were taken down. So I just thought I would share the screenshots with you guys. As always, the menus could totally change. That's maybe why they weren't up on the site officially yet. They just may not be ready to launch them. So, just keep in mind that things could change, but I thought I, would share them with you, just maybe build a little excitement and hype. And if you didn't see the first video, I'll leave the link in the description. But what I did find was Mead Hall, I found Spitfire Grill, and I found Oak and Star Tavern menus. Oh, and Toadstool Cafe in Super Nintendo World. So let's just start with How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk. These are going to be the menus for Mead Hall and Spitfire Grill, at least what I found so far. Let's start with Mead Hall. We had a few items previously that were like the Thawfest platter and the Stormfly's catch of the day, but now we have these menus here. So I'm going to go over some of the items. I won't go over everything, but I have the menus here on the screen, so if you want to pause the video and read them over, you can. But we have the Nordic Harvest Salad. We have the Berserker's Meatballs, which are Swedish meatballs with onion gravy, lingonberry jam, and smashed root vegetables. There's Hiccup's Grilled Salmon, which is pastrami seasoned salmon. There's Gobber the Belch's turkey wing. There's Hooligan's sausage links. And then here we have the Thawfest platter, which we've already talked about in the last video. We also have Volka's vegan burger, and I'm always a real big fan of the vegan options. This is an ancient grains patty with mushrooms and leeks, smoked berry aioli, arugula, pickled cucumbers, and a pumpernickel Kaiser bun, served with Nordic fries. So that's probably going to be pretty good. And then there's also the Sullen Sea sandwich, which we should have talked about probably in the last video as well. And there are kids menus. I'm excited for that. This is the Little Dragon Riders menu. And there is the Barf and Belch's Duo plate, which is mac and cheese bites, grilled sausage, carrots, Nordic fries, and grapes on the vine. There's also the Nightlights burger and Meat Lugs chicken pops. That's got wild berry barbecue glaze on chicken drumsticks with carrots and Nordic fries, and also grapes on the vine. I like that they call them grapes on the vine. And on the desserts, they have the Stormfly's catch of the day and the Yak Nog, which we talked about in the last video. Also, I want to mention no prices on these menus, so that's a mystery still for everyone. Also spotted on the menu is the Toothless sipper, and we have, obviously the Toothless popcorn bucket, but now there's going to be a Toothless sipper. No photo, just the description there. And there's also Gobber's Mead and Stoic's Ale on the menu there. And we also have a look at what's going to be at Spitfire Grill. There are several different bowls on this menu. There's the Stoic's Steak Bowl, Hiccup's Salmon Bowl, Meat Lugs Chicken Bowl, Astrid's Shrimp Bowl, and Volka's Vegan Bowl. There's also MYO bowls, but there's no description there yet. I'm guessing that's like make your own bowl. I think that's all I have for Isle of Berk right now. There's still more to come because the other restaurant I think has mac and cheese cones. So I didn't see a menu for that yet. But let's look at what I found for Oak and Star Tavern, which is in Celestial Park. And I found they also have a breakfast menu, so that's exciting, right? I love breakfast menus. I don't think Universal Orlando has enough breakfast, if you ask me. So I'm excited to see Epic having a couple breakfast options here. So let's look at this real quick. We've got the traditional Southern breakfast. We have the biscuits and sausage gravy breakfast. Also, this one's the one that I'm excited for, the Brulee Hawaiian Mango Bread, which is mango bread with pineapple, strawberry, whipped cream, and toasted coconut. So it kind of sounds like a French toast. I think one of the platters has the mango bread, so I'm guessing that's going to be like kind of the big item. So that's exciting. Sounds delicious. Also, there's going to be the Oak and Star sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich. Chorizo and eggs. I love chorizo. Chorizo and eggs sounds delicious. And Ancient Grains tofu scramble. So there's a lot of options on there. Also, they have the lunch menu that popped up for me. And we've talked about some of the items in the last video, but there's a few more here. We have 1 meat, 1 side, 2 meats, 1 side, and then we have the Smoke Masters Barbecue Feast, which is 4 meats and 4 sides. So that's great for families or large groups. There's also the 14-hour smoked brisket sandwich we talked about before, the smoked ribs, the banana leaf smoked pulled pork, the cheddar jalapeno sausage, and the spit roasted citrus herb chicken. They also have handhelds. We have the slow smoked brisket, the huli huli pulled pork, and the barbecue jackfruit sandwich. I am so excited for the barbecue jackfruit sandwich. If you know me, you know I loved Monsters Cafe, and Monsters Cafe had a barbecue jackfruit sandwich, and I loved it so much, and it got taken off the menu, and Universal hasn't had jackfruit on the menu in a while. They kind of replaced a couple of the items I liked that had jackfruit with like vegan chorizo, so I'm excited to see a vegan jackfruit barbecue sandwich on this menu. That might be the first thing I get. I have to know if it's like Monsters Cafe. We also have some salads, and then there are some desserts, and we saw I think it's banana pudding last time, and they also on the menu had a warm sticky cake that says it's served with pecan ice cream. That sounds good. And finally, we have some menus for Super Nintendo World, which are very similar to what you can find out at Toadstool Cafe at Universal Studios Hollywood. There were a few other items on the menu that I want to point out. But for starters, they had the Super Mushroom Soup, and they also have the cheesy garlic knots, which I love. Those garlic knots, those are delicious. Get those. They also had the Mario Burger, the Luigi Burger, the Bowser's Fireball Challenge. We talked about all those last time. There's going to be the Super Mushroom Pizza Bowl. Universal Studios Hollywood does not have a Super Mushroom Pizza Bowl, but I think there's something named similar like that in Japan. It says it's got mozzarella, sausage, pepperoni, and mushroom marinara sauce topped with a super mushroom pizza crust. If you look at the thing on the menu in Japan, it's got kind of like the crust over the top. So I guess that's probably the same kind of item. So we'll see about that. There's also the Chef Toad Herb Chicken Special. That's not on the menu out in Hollywood either. They have like a prime rib, or not a, is it? No, short rib, I'm sorry. They have a short rib out in Hollywood that's not, at least not now, on the menu here. So that's interesting, but there's a chicken on the menu here. So there's a couple different things. There's also the Piranha Plant Caprese salad and the Superstar chicken salad on the menu, but I did not see Yoshi's like fruit and vegetable salad on the menu, which I really liked in Hollywood. Again, these menus were up and taken down. All of this could change. I'm just trying to share with you because, one, I like to talk about food, and two, it's exciting to talk about Epic Universe. So even if these are like mostly correct or change a little bit, it's kind of cool just to like look at them and kind of get an idea. So anyway, they did not have the Yoshi salad on the menu, but for desserts, they have the tiramisu block and the Mount Beanpole cake, but they also have the Princess Peach cake. And if you don't know, out in Japan, the Princess Peach cake is like this actual like tiered cake with like a Princess Peach cookie. And out in Hollywood, it's just like a confetti cupcake and it's piled high with like the pink frosting and everything. It's delicious. But the one in Japan looks so cool. And just looking at the description of this one here, it sounds like we're gonna get the really cool cake. So stay tuned for that. And I think that is pretty much everything that I had for new stuff that I found for Epic Universe food. As I mentioned, if you did not see the first video, there's a link in the description. Subscribe for more, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.